Replacing the camshaft position sensor on a 2006 BRM Jetta. BRM engine code for the TDI. I traced my wires back to the ECU. I did a continuity test. I do not have a broken wire down in there. This isn't a pretty engine bay, but this car runs great. Had continuity on the voltmeter. You have your red and your black lead. Touch them together, it'll make a sound letting you know you have continuity. Check my wires from the ECU to the camshaft position sensor on the old one, those three, and those were good. I had continuity, so my sensor's bad. To replace your sensor, you need a 10mm ratchet socket, flathead screwdriver. That's if your car's deleted. I don't really remember what the stock one's like, but use the flat head screwdriver, take off your pipe, remove your timing belt cover with those two flaps, and the sensor that's the bolt hole. There's the old sensor. I couldn't find anything online of how to remove it, but I think it's this plug. Here's the wire. Follow that, and it looks like it's this black plug right here. I'm pretty sure that's removable, so we're just gonna take our screwdriver, and try to pop this out. Oh yeah, yes sir. Well, it wants to. Hang on a second, I'm actually gonna do this with two hands. Okay, so I did get that out. Take your screwdriver. It's brittle, it broke, of course. Pull that old sensor out. Get out of there! Supposedly, it's really common. It's pretty rare that the sensor's bad. That might be why. It's pretty rare that the sensor's bad. Normally, it's your wiring. That's why I checked my wiring to begin with. And it's time to put the new sensor on. When you put your new sensor on and you're taking the old off, use an OEM sensor. It's 75 bucks. Just bite the bullet and get it. Take your screwdriver, just kind of turn it sideways to pull that tab. Be very, very careful. You want this tab to go out just a little bit, and then you can pull it off the old sensor. Okay, so I got that through that hole where I broke my plastic seal because it's 20 years old. When you install your new one, put this back in. When you install your new sensor, there's a little black nipple on the bottom of the new one. You see that? That will go in to a recessed hole. I don't know if you can see it or not. But that recessed hole that's the recessed hole on the left, or the top of your screen. Then the bottom, the little bit of blue Loctite, I don't know why that's there, that's where your bolt will go. And I see what wore through my old one. I don't know if I did something wrong when I did my timing belt or what, but how I could screw that up. Here's your cam gear. There's the new sensor. I'll show you. You see that metal disc. So in between the cam gear, there's a good picture of it. It looks like a backwards J. I think that's making contact. I don't know if it should or not, but that's definitely what wore this down. I don't know if that's supposed to be making contact. I'm gonna pull my new one back out here. I haven't put the bolt in yet, but I'm gonna see if the top of the new one's got is it flat or what? Yeah, so the top of the new one's flat. Why is that so close? Doing a bit of Googling, it's definitely not supposed to be making contact. You're supposed to have 0.5 millimeters to 1.5 millimeters. So either my belt tensioner is wrong, or I'd messed something else up, but car runs great, drives great. I'm not about to touch anything to do with the timing. And I'm thinking I might just file that black nipple down. I don't know, I'm still thinking, I'm still processing if that's a horrible idea. It's making contact, clear as day. I've tried all kinds of different positions. It wants to sit where that nipple is. That's where it's made to sit. And I don't have the correct gap, so I'm trying to decide what to do. So I rounded off the edges. I think that square might be preventing it. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm just gonna file this off because it's starting to rain and it's snowing. And it can only get better. I'm getting 40 miles a gallon now, so put a credit card in there, file this little nipple off, set the gap with a credit card, and call it good. But don't do what I'm doing. But this is what I'm going to do. Filed that nipple right off. Just flat. Okay, well, it's in. I folded up a piece of paper probably 6 or 7 times, and that was about the thickness. I really can't give you guys a good visual. I've tried. Especially when you're initially looking down there, you see that gap, but there's actually less of a gap than what it looks like because so that piece of metal is curved. It goes away from us. Get some light up in this bitch. See how it's curved? I'll put this car back together, turn the key, and see what happens. I mean, I'm getting 40 miles a gallon right now, and plug the scan tool in, says that there's no cam sensor reading. So if this works, which I hope it does, I should be getting about 45 to maybe even more. But I'm driving about 1,000 miles a week now, so this would save a lot of money. The other thought I had before I do this is I wonder if maybe that cam gear housing behind it is bent, and hopefully that tab that was close to the cam sensor is the farthest one. Well, we're about to find out together if I start this car, and as the cam rotates, if there's one sticking out farther, it's just going to cut the top of that sensor off like it did the old one. won't know. We got a power steering light, brake pedal, and cruise. We won't know until plug scan tool in. If you've watched this long, I hope I helped you with something. I don't expect my mileage to go down because it was not getting any cam sensor reading before, and this started a lot faster than it normally does, so I think it might have worked. Thanks for watching, guys. If you don't have a TDI, or if you've never owned one, this is my first TDI. I love it. I feel like I'm driving for free. I've got 447 miles on this tank. Diesel is $4.60 right now. I'm in Iowa. I imagine it's going to go up even higher with the Iran conflict. So hopefully this sensor works and I can get close to 50 miles a gallon, because I know a lot of people are saying that they are, but I just have a hard time believing that. I've got a stage 4 tune. Got a cam in it, stage 4 Malone, and I've got a PD 170 turbo, and I'm just driving real easy, and I'm getting 40 miles a gallon with no cam sensor reading. So plug this car in, see what codes it's got. I believe the ECU will, you don't have to reset the sensors on these, the ECU does it. So we'll find out tomorrow how she's running, because I'm going to fill up and then we'll check our mileage at the end of the day. Thanks for watching, guys.